Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, my name is Jonathan Medina. I'm America's #1 youth motivator. I'm your teacher, I'm your coach, I'm your friend, and I'm your teammate. And today we're talking about the new normal. Hola, hola, hola. Yo me llamo Jonathan Medina. I'm America's #1 youth motivator. Hoy vamos a hablar de el nuevo normal. I remember the first time I ever played, I was playing basketball with all my friends. I had just gone for the summer. Estaba jugando baloncesto con todos mis amigos por el summer y iba cada día para el gimnasio. Every single day I'd go to the gym. Todos los niños nos juntábamos. We'd all get together, all the kids. We'd be playing basketball all day long. Desde la mañana todo hasta la noche. From the morning all the way until the night. And every single day we were playing. In the mornings, to get to the gym, I would have to run all the way to the school. Cada día yo tenía que correr de la casa de mi amigo todo hasta la escuela. Just to get the workout on, I had to make that path. One day, as I'm running to the school, I'm excited, I'm getting ready, I'm pumped up. Yo llegué a la escuela, yo tenía bastante ánimo para levantar pesas, to lift weights. And I'm so pumped and I'm so excited. And right before I get to the school, there was a little tiny restaurant right next to the school. Antes que llegara a la escuela, tenía un restaurante ahí afuera de la escuela. And as I'm running up to the school, I see a truck. And it's my grandfather. And I love my grandfather. My grandfather, some of them, they call him Enrique, Henry, Riche. I don't know why he had so many different nicknames. Well, había gente que le llamaron a mi abuelo Henry, otros le llamaron Enrique, otros Riche. Y si preguntaste a mi mamá, no puedo decir eso. I can't say that, what my mom would call him. But I love my grandfather. Every single time I see my grandfather, he'd pull out his wad of cash. Cada vez que veía a mi abuelo, sacaba su dinero y me daba como $2 o $3. He'd pull out his wallet, he'd give me $2 or $3, and I'd go and I'd buy snacks at the store, I'd buy donuts, I'd buy ice cream. Mi abuelo le encantaba comprar ice cream, nieve, dulces, para todos los nietos, for all the grandkids, we'd eat all these sweets. It's also why my grandfather was diabetic. Y por eso mi abuelo tenía el diabetes. And so I was so excited to see my grandfather. Pero ese día era diferente. Ese día era diferente porque cuando llegué a hablar con mi abuelo, yo no sabía. Yo llegué con bastante ánimo para hacer mis ejercicios, con ánimo para comer nieve con mi abuelo. I came in with a lot of excitement because I was going to eat ice cream with my grandfather. I was going to work out. And I love my grandfather. Yo amaba a mi abuelo. Pero ese día me dijo algo. Y ahorita que estoy aquí en el sol, en un field, I can remember what that moment felt like because I have sweat coming down my body right now out in the hot sun in this field. I remember my grandfather telling me, because I just ran, I had sweat coming down the side of my face. And I remember my grandfather telling me, mijo, I've been looking for you. Mijo, te andaba buscando. Tú no sabes, pero tu mamá, ella está en el cárcel. Your mom, she's in jail. You're gonna have to move in with me. Tienes que mover conmigo. Y en ese momento todo comenzó a cambiar en mi vida. Todo comenzó a cambiar ese día. Porque yo no sabía, I didn't know that my mom was in jail. I didn't know that things were going to change. I was no longer going to go to my mom's house. Ya no iba a ir con mi mamá. Iba a vivir con mi abuelo. Y todo eso cambió mi vida ese día. And my life changed on that day. Llegué a un lugar, se llama Rio Hondo. It's called Rio Hondo. I was so excited. There, my mom, she never let me play sports. So I was only going to the gym to hang out with my friends when I was talking about the story where I was going to play basketball every day. Porque mi mamá nunca me dejó jugar deportes. Ese día que iba para la escuela, nomás era para jugar con todos los otros niños. My mom never let me play sports. And my grandfather, when I come home from school, tengo los papeles de registración. I have all the papers of registration. And I hand them over to my grandfather. My grandfather looks at the papers and he asks me, he says, mijo, ¿qué dice? And I tell him, well, nomás tienes que firmar aquí. And so I just tell my grandfather, you just have to sign right here. And so my grandfather, he signs the paper, and now I play football. Ahora yo juego fútbol americano. My mom never let me play football, so I'm so excited. Ever since I was a little kid, yo tenía una visión que un día, desde niño, yo pensaba en un día que yo iba a jugar fútbol americano. Yo pensaba que un día yo iba a jugar en el colegio. Yo pensaba que un día yo iba a llegar al NFL. I had a dream and a vision that someday I was going to play college football. I had a dream and a vision that someday I was going to play in the NFL. And that's very important because your kids, they need to have a vision. Su hijo tiene que tener una visión. Yo cada día comienzo mi día leyendo un libro. I open this book every single day in the morning. First thing I do when I wake up. And in that book, my favorite book, en ese libro, mi libro favorito, ahí dice, sin visión la gente pierde. Without a vision, the people perish. And so I ask you right now, what size vision do you have for your students? What vision do you have for your kids? ¿Qué es el visión que tú tienes por su hijo? So my grandfather, he didn't know that that was my vision, but my grandfather, he signed off. Mi abuelo no sabía que esa era mi visión, que un día iba a jugar fútbol americano en el colegio, pero ese día él firmó que sí, yo podía jugar. And that's all I needed. All I needed was that little moment, that little opportunity. Even though things were changing all around me, aunque todo se andaba cambiando por todas partes de mi vida, el parte también pasó que yo tenía una oportunidad. I had an opportunity. And so my grandfather, he lets me play football that day. And so I start to go to school every single day. I'm working out and now I'm part of the team. Ahora yo estoy trabajando, pero ahora estoy un parte del equipo. I get to play football. I'm a part of the team. And that's all that your child needs. All your child needs is that little opportunity. So the schools right now, things are changing at the school. Things are going to be totally different. Things are changing right now. I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm going to show you some ways that many of the teachers that I've been working with have told me that it's going to be different. Ahorita todos los niños van a ir a la escuela y todo va a ser bastante diferente. It was very different when I would go from one school to another school. Your kids are already prepared. More than the other kids. Tus estudiantes, tus hijos ya están preparados por cambiar, porque tú vas a un lugar para trabajar y otro lugar para trabajar. Su niño, su estudiante ya sabe cómo cambiar de un lugar a otro lugar. Ya sabe cambiar su hijo. Your child already knows how to change. And so right now, you are more prepared. You are better off than all the other kids. People tell me all the time, how can migrants have success? And I tell them that the migrants, they can have even more success because they have already known what it's like to go from one place to another place, to have success here and to have success there. Los migrants ya saben cómo tener éxito aquí y tener éxito acá. Ya saben cómo trabajar con las cosas que se cambian. And so right now things are changing for you, for the schools. Your child knows how to act and do things that are different. There's a lot of kids when I meet them all across the country, porque yo voy y hablo en escuelas por todos los Estados Unidos, y muchos niños me dicen, sir. There's a lot of kids that tell me, sir. But this happened, how can I still have success? They tell me, sir, my parents are getting divorced, can I still have success? They tell me, sir, I just moved to a new school, can I still have success? Me digan que no pueden tener éxito porque sus padres se estuvieron divorciados, porque algo más pasó, porque hay bullying, porque hay esto y esto. Pero tus hijos ya han tenido los cambios de ir a un lugar, otro lugar, otro lugar. Your kids have already experienced what it's like to go from one place to another place. And so your kids are more prepared for change. Yo tenía cuando era hijo los sueños que un día iba a ir al colegio, pero yo no sabía, I didn't know that because my grandfather was making me work harder, was making me go from place to place, that I was more prepared than the other college kids. Yo no sabía que porque yo iba de un lugar a otro lugar, me iba a ayudar después a tener éxito cuando cambiara de un lugar a otro lugar, cuando cambiara de un trabajo a otro trabajo. So right now we know that your kids are going to experience change, and we know that your kids are more prepared for change. And so I ask you, what kind of change are you going to have? Right now in this pan, I'm ruining my pan right now. I will never get to use this pan again. Ya no se puede usar este pan, el sartén, porque ya, pues, ¿cómo se puede usar? No sé si se puede poner un taco aquí o I don't know. You can't put a taco in there. I can't. Why did I say taco like that? I can't put a taco in here like that. I can't use this anymore. But the difference is this pan, it's broken. It's not good anymore. But your child, when they change, your change is for the better. Su hijo cuando se cambia, cuando tú te cambias, se puede mejorar. No es como esto que se hizo más peor. Tú te puedes mejorar. You can get better. Your child can get better. And so the thing is that you have to experience and to embrace the change. There's going to be some new things, some awesome workshops today. You're going to learn from all these people. Vas a aprender bastante este año. Este año yo pienso que su hijo y todos los hijos de todas partes en el mundo, este año va a ser un momento que puede avanzar. It can be a year that you can have amazing advancement, all because you decided that I'm going to make a change, but I'm going to make a change for the better. Este año va a cambiar bastante, pero tú vas a decidir, este año yo me voy a cambiar. Yo voy a cambiar a mejorar a mi familia, yo me voy a cambiar a mejorar para mis hijos, yo me voy a mejorar para mí. So I want you to get better for yourself. I want you to get better for your family. I want you to get better for this country. This is the year. Make this year the year that you have a new normal, a new change, but things aren't going to get destroyed. They're not going to get worse. Things are not going to fall apart. They're not going to be completely destroyed. This is the year instead where you're going to make a change. Este va a ser el año que tú vas a tener bastante cambio. Este va a ser el año que en la escuela se va a hacer bastante cambio, pero todo se puede hacer para mejorar su mentalidad, para mejorar su corazón, para mejorar a su espíritu. And so you have this opportunity. This is going to be a year of great change. And so it could be a great change in your mindset. It could be a great change in your heart. It could be a great change all the way deep inside into your spirit. And so this is going to be the year that you experience the most change, the greatness. Este va a ser el año. And so I say all that because I said I had that vision when I was just a little child and things changed. And while I cried, I was sad about those changes. I had no idea that when I lived with my grandfather, that he was going to teach me so much more that was going to change for the positive. Yo no sabía que cuando yo viví con mi abuelo, aunque todo se cambió, se iba a cambiar y se iba a mejorar. My grandfather told me one day, I remember it, we got in his truck. I used to work the field with him after football practice. I'd be in fields just like this. We'd go row by row by row. Nos íbamos de row y otro para echar el agua, to pour all the water out onto the field. And I learned what it was like to take a seed. Yo aprendí con mi abuelo que cómo se iba a tener un semilla. La semilla se pone adentro del piso y si lo pones agua, se crece la semilla para que tenemos fruta, vegetales, para que todos se puedan comer. The same way, I want you, when a seed plants, it grows up. You have to water it. You plant the seed, you water it, and then it grows up into trees and plants that give us vegetables, fruit, and we're able to eat those vegetables and fruits. This is the year that I want you, que yo quiero que usted planta la semilla. I want you to plant the seed. Y quiero que le pones agua todo el año. Su hijo es el semilla. Su hijo, su hija es el semilla que vas a plantar y le vas a dar agua. This is the year that you're going to plant the seed. You're going to water it. And then from that water, it's going to grow into a beautiful tree that's going to produce fruit. Esa semilla se va a crecer un planta. Su hijo va a crecer un planta que da fruta, que da vegetales. And that they better the world. See, I didn't know that my grandfather, he began to speak things, he began to show me things. I'll never forget my grandfather told me, mijo, I'll never forget the day that my grandfather, he's leaving. Another moment of great change. Another moment where things are going to become totally different. And for others, this moment might have broken them, but because the advice that my grandfather gave me, because of the seeds that my grandfather planted, por otros se quebra su vida en un momento como esto. Yo me acuerdo que fuimos a un lugar, era como una hora, it was about an hour of travel, and I'm dropping off my grandfather. Los dos andamos en su troca, los paramos en Raymondville, Texas, por Highway 77. Mi abuelo se iba a ir de mero abajo de Texas. My grandfather's leaving from very, very South Texas, and he's going all the way to South Carolina. Mi abuelo se va a ir por todo hasta South Carolina. Y mi abuelo me va a dejar solo. My grandfather's leaving me alone. That's a moment of great change, it could break a lot of people. But before my grandfather left, he planted a seed in my mind, in my heart, and in my soul. Pero antes que se fue mi abuelo, plantó un semilla. Mi abuelo plantó un semilla en mi cabeza. Mi abuelo plantó un semilla en mi corazón. Mi abuelo plantó un semilla en mi espíritu. Y me dijo unas palabras que cambió mi vida, que hizo un change. Changed my life. Some words that my grandfather told me. He planted that seed. He looked at me in the eyes and my grandfather told me, mijo, en esta vida hay que luchar. That means, son, in this life you have to fight, you have to wrestle. My grandfather planted that seed in my mind. I have to fight, I have to wrestle. Mi abuelo plantó esa semilla en mi mentalidad, que yo tengo que luchar. Mi abuelo plantó esa semilla en mi mentalidad, que yo tengo que luchar. Y cada vez que llegué a la escuela, aunque todo se cambió, yo ya no estoy en Houston, estoy en South Texas con mi abuelo. Y ahora se iba a ir mi abuelo, me dejó solo para vivir a los 15 años. My grandfather left me alone at 15 years. But he planted that seed in my mind, pero plantó eso en mi mentalidad, que yo puedo luchar. I can fight, I can wrestle, even though things are changing. And so what I want you to do, students, what I want you to do, parents, I want you to take this year and say, this is the year that I'm gonna fight. Este va a ser el año que yo voy a luchar. Voy a luchar para mi niño. Yo voy a luchar para mi familia. Yo voy a luchar para que tener éxito en toda mi familia. I'm going to fight, I'm going to wrestle so Mike can have success. I'm going to fight and wrestle so my kids can have success. I'm going to fight and I'm going to wrestle so we can all have success. Este va a ser el año que vas a tener un nuevo normal, pero este va a ser el año que vas a tener éxito en un nuevo normal. This is going to be that you're going to have a new normal, but this is also going to be the year that you're going to become a champion of the new normal. There's going to be people that lose. There's going to be people that fail, but that's not going to be you. Tú vas a tener éxito. Hay bastantes familias que no van a poder hacer el cambio, pero tu familia ya sabe cómo hacer cambio. There's a lot of families that don't know how to make change, and your family knows how to make change. So this is the year that you're going to be a champion. This is the year that you're going to have success. There's a new normal, and I want you to take all the tips that they teach you. Tú lleva este día para tener éxito en su mentalidad, tener éxito en su corazón, en su espíritu. I want you to take today to have a mindset that you are a champion in your mind, in your heart, and in your soul. Este va a ser el año que todo va a cambiar. Este va a ser el año que todo se va a cambiar en la escuela, en todas partes del mundo, pero también este va a ser el año que tú vas a tener éxito. This is going to be the year that everything changes. This is going to be the year that the whole world changes, but this is also going to be the year that you change and you experience ultimate victory. You're going to change and you're not going to break. Tú vas a cambiar y no se va a quebrar, pero tú vas a tener éxito. You are going to be a champion, and don't forget, it's game time.